Surviving in the desert is extremely difficult and dangerous, especially for people that are inexperienced and lack the necessary skills and knowledge to make it out alive. We've decided to spend a day and night in the middle of the Mojave Desert. Located primarily in southeastern California, it is considered a high desert with elevations above 2,000 feet. Chris and I are just average Joes. We're not survival experts and have no formal training. For this reason, our first desert survival experience will be done under more controlled circumstances. We'll be using a specialized trailer that will contain key items, including copious amounts of water to keep us safe, as the Mojave is the driest of all North American deserts. While this may seem more like camping, the purpose of this adventure is to familiarize ourselves with the desert landscape and understand how our bodies react to the super hot and dry conditions. We hit the road early morning in an attempt to avoid the scorching midday sun on our arrival, giving us much needed time to set up a basic camp. Mojave Desert people. Meaty, I mean, you're used to, well, you're not used to, you've been here, you know, throughout your, growing up, but for me, this is like an alien
landscape
for me. It's so cool though. Like there's so much of nothing that it's crazy.
Yeah, well, we've kind of found a spot in this valley here.
Yeah.
And you can see we've got a nice giant mountain, a big valley back here, and just off into Never Ever Land. It just goes and goes, Mojave Desert. So I think this is a pretty good spot in the middle of nowhere. Set up a little camp here.
And we got a cool backdrop. This the tree here.
We got a nice little tree going on.
So maybe you said that you thought maybe, oh, the campfire.
Yeah,
right here,
put a little campfire down here. We got one boulder in the ground already.
Yeah.
Like it'd be a good spot.
You could sit on it.
Hey, we can collect rocks off that hill up there.
Oh yeah. At the top. The best ones are at the top, I hear. You should get those.
Oh man.
I want the good ones.
So this is like some training that we're doing here. You know, we've actually brought out some of the guns to practice, to some target practice, but also, you know, setting up fire, trying to survive in the desert where during the day, right now, time of season, it could get upwards of 85, 90 degrees.
Yeah.
But at night, it'll plummet below 50 degrees. So
yeah, it's extremes, like hot during the, like, especially for me, being from Canada.
Oh yeah.
There's no extremes like that.
That's
so
right.
This is going to be a shock to the system.
If you're just out and it say it's 20 degrees, it's cold all the time. But when it goes from extreme hot to cold, you know, puts your system in a shock, and it changes the gear setup too. So I'm gonna go collect some rocks.
All right, I'm gonna go check around the, just walk around, see what's up. Building a fireplace. What the heck is that? Oh, even in the desert you find garbage. One thing I gotta keep in mind, which Meaty reminded me of, is don't just pick up rocks. Look underneath them, because there might be stuff, you know, hidden in crevices and stuff, and I do not want to be stung by something. Hello, critters? Nobody in there? Yikes. Okay, all safe. Hey, what's that in your back pocket there, mister?
What? It's my knife.
Oh no, I was talking about the other one.
This?
Yeah.
Pay no attention to that. It's my snake finder.
Snake. There's the snake.
So
yeah.
We saw this dead tree over here.
Nice.
We thought we could get some kindling and stuff off of.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the tree that we're camped at, really, that style, but this one's like dead.
This one's been dead. So I've got to probably break some of it off, but I got my little folding saw here.
Geez, that stuff is drier than a popcorn fart.
Man, that wind's picking up.
Oh yeah.
So we can get some of this off.
That's some good starter, like some good kindling.
Yeah, really good starter.
It's just kind of cracking off, eh? We could probably also find some, I noticed there was some of those thicker dead wood on the ground.
Yeah,
here and there.
Some of the thicker stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe some beavers chewed through it already or something.
Beavers in the desert, eh? It's this new breed. I can't believe it.
So I got this saw that I keep in my pack. It's a little folding saw. Works pretty good.
Oh yeah. I like those a lot better than those little chainsaws you get in survival kits that basically do nothing.
Yeah, I found this one works pretty good. I mean, you can try this guy here.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, dude.
Right through that.
So fast.
And that's not, it's dense.
Yeah.
You know, it's dense wood. It's not
about an inch and a bit thick.
Yeah, so these work pretty good. And they're light, right? They're light and they fit inside your pack. I like them.
Well, what knife is that you're carrying?
This is
wow, look how thick that is.
This is a Becker BK7.
Ooh.
And what I did, I took the coating off and just gun blued it because it had a thick coating on it.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to baton through stuff, it was kind of hanging up.
Oh, okay.
So you just gun blew it so it doesn't completely rust on you. You got to stay after them though because they're carbon steel blades.
Delicious.
Deliciousness.
All right, let's get some more of this wood. We continued gathering rocks and wood from the surrounding area, and while doing so, I ventured over to an older campsite that we passed by on our way in hopes of finding some pre-cut wood. But that is not what I found. Meaty, take a look at this.
You got
what? I don't know what it is. Look at that thing.
Dude, is that fake? Is that a laboratory?
I looked at the end piece, dude. I don't think that's fake. Look at the end, like I don't know, like the inside of the bone and stuff.
Dude, that's real.
That's real, whatever.
Oh, there's another part over here.
So, like, what is that? That's a long spine, like a big dog?
These are hip bones here?
Yeah,
probably?
yeah. They're definitely not human.
No, it might be like a coyote, but I don't know how many ribs they have, you know? That looks like a lot.
Oh, yeah, all there. The ribs broken. But my other question is, what's it doing in a fire?
Dude, you never know what you'll find in the desert or what people will do out here. And this pit is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Freaky.
I'm out of here.
After collecting enough wood for our camp, we decided to put in a little time for some target practice. Not all survival situations require it, but it's a good skill to have. All right, let's shoot some targets.
All right, so a little bit of target training. We've got a Glock G34. We're gonna shoot.
Is that a 10 mil or a 9
it's
or
a
what?
9 millimeter.
9 mil.
The 34 has a little bit longer barrel and it's lightened. On
Hey, I remember that trigger, didn't you? In one of your videos.
Yeah, it went full auto on me after I put it in. So
not
we
so
won't
bueno.
talk about that.
All right.
So we're at about 18 yards actually, which is a little bit longer than normal for pistol target.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're
So how many? We got 10 in there.
We got 10 in here. And we're shooting steel.
All right, I want to hear 10 dings.
All right.
Ding, ding, ding goes the trolley. Eight.
Not bad.
I heard 8 dings.
So if you can look through here, the sights are like battle sights. So they take a little bit of getting used to.
Oh yeah.
They actually fill a lot of the targets. I'm a little surprised with that, but once you get used to them, I think they'll be good. All right, buddy.
Well, hopefully I don't injure myself. If you're not used to holding pistols properly, you get a lesson, you get it fast because that thing kicked back.
Yeah, but it's a perfect U shape. At least it's symmetrical. You got that going for you.
It's a rattlesnake bite.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Woo, nice,
good.
man. They'll wind push you around a little bit. It's
I just find I'm like, you know, focusing on the end target there, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's gusty.
That was fun though. That was cool.
Woo! Woo!
You guys, you've eaten these. You've tried these before too, eh, Meanie?
What's that? What do you got there?
Look at Cliff Bar. Hey, Cliff.
Cliffy. So I got oatmeal, raisin, walnut.
Sounds traditional.
What do
You're even smiling because you're like,
got?
I have this sissy one, the white chocolate macadamia nut.
Dude,
I thought these things would taste horrible, so I wanted them to.
Why didn't you just bring s'mores out? Oh, look at that though.
Yeah. Now who's laughing now?
Oh, that looks tasty.
It doesn't taste as good as it sounds. Like, it's not horrible, but there's a weird cardboardy taste or something to it.
We're getting ready to kind of venture off with our packs on. So we're trying to juice up on a little bit of energy, and I mean, I've heard a lot of people talk about Cliff energy bars. I'm not really into like caffeine pills or any of that stuff. So something a little bit more natural, I guess. I don't want anything fake.
Have you tried these before?
I have. I actually, once in a while, I'll take them to work with me.
And then you like the.
But you know, it's like this one looks.
Oh yeah.
It's a little.
I don't know. I mean,
this one's nice and chewy though, because it's got raisins and stuff in it.
If it gives us litterer, if it gives us the energy we need, because we're going to be going full rucksacks and trying to do the loop of that entire
mountain
there, so it may be like what, 1.5 miles, 2 miles?
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. From the air, it looks small, but down here, it's big.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Traveling in the desert is usually safest early morning or evening, as the midday sun is relentless and heat exhaustion can happen very quickly. Chris and I wanted to fully appreciate the power of the desert and understand what it's like to be exposed to the full power of these elements. We've decided to go on a walk at high noon around the hill near our camp. Another important fact to keep in mind is that distances in the desert can be extremely deceptive. What looks like 2 miles may actually be 10. Fail to pack adequate supplies like enough water, and you may end up feeding the buzzards.
All right, Meatball, get your pack on.
So we're getting ready to go on a 14-mile hike.
We're not going. We're doing that. I'm staying here.
I'm pretty sure that we have way too much stuff packed, but we've got everything we need in these packs: tents, sleeping pads, sleeping bags, food, water, everything, in case something happens out there. So,
and it's part of training, so we got to get used to what it's going to be like.
We got to know if it's going to be too darn heavy or not.
How's that feel?
Well, right this second, it's fine, but about 5 feet down the road, it might not be so good. So, I love this pack. It's short and
yours
fat.
It's the Mystery Ranch, right?
Mystery Ranch.
Yeah, so, and that's what you recommended. I got the same one on mine.
Mystery Ranch. This is the actual ruck.
Yeah.
Where yours is like the, a different, has more compartments. This is just a rucksack.
Oh, yeah. Meaty! Hey, you didn't get me a name tag.
You see that trauma kit I have on?
Yeah.
That's for this.
For when I get a rattlesnake bite.
Oh, this is for you. I forgot to give this to you. In case a rattlesnake attacks.
Yeah.
Help me!
I'm falling and I can't get up.
Help me.
I got tired just lifting it up onto here.
That's a pretty good sized pack.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you could just bring the trailer with you.
Oh my God, that's a lot of weight, man.
But you got a good sized tent.
Yeah.
And a good sized sleeping pad.
It's a high-end tent, but it's meant for expedition and meant to last and durability, not be super ultra lightweight.
Right. Looking good. Get your hat on. Don't want to signal any airplanes up there. It took you a second for that one. So we were going at 11:27, which is in almost the height of the heat of the day, which is the best plan. And we're heading that way,
right around that whole mountain,
around this giant mountain here, which it's a lot bigger than it looks because it's wide at the base. So
let's go.
We're off. So we're walking along this path here. We saw some lizards coming in and out of here, but these are some of the places where you could find snakes.
Yeah, I know I saw a lizard, but maybe he's just there temporarily.
Yeah, he might be gone now, like in the mouth of a snake or something.
Because those holes are way too big. Like, even you're looking at that one.
Yeah.
Those tiny little lizards are not making those holes.
Yeah, you don't want to go sticking your hands in those holes.
But there's a secret thing in there.
No.
It's a prize, like a Cracker Jack box.
Yeah, here's your surprise. So this stuff we're walking on,
Oh my God.
it's a thick, like a dry riverbed, and it's about this thick where your feet will actually sink in, like through my boots. So it's like walking on the beach though, with 50 pounds on your back and in shoes.
Yeah, these are at least 50 pounds. Like, I'm thinking they're more, dude.
We're overloaded for sure, but it's a matter of we got to learn what we can do without.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging walking on this stuff. Oh my God, I'm starting to feel the heat now too, though.
It's
less wind around here.
We're at 2,200 feet, and it is 87 degrees out Fahrenheit.
Oh my God.
So it's a good test.
It's almost noon, which means it's gonna get hotter.
It's gonna get hotter. By 1 o'clock, it'll be the heat of the day.
So good.
So we're a little over halfway. It feels like it's gonna be just a little over, maybe just 2 miles. It feels like a lot farther with the soft ground though, right?
Yeah. This is at least a bit better than the other side, which is like, felt like a beach.
This is like a, we're almost on a road kind of, which is where the BLM would go out, or something to service some huge of those big
BLM?
towers.
They may not know what BLM is.
BLM is the Bureau of Land Management. That's the federal, these are federal lands, like the deserts out here are all federal.
I wanted you to show them because I had my brainstorm idea was to, later on, not right after this, was to try and climb the summit of that. And then after seeing all the holes
there.
Where?
There's
Oh,
a cave. No, right up toward the top, a big cave.
There was a bigger one around the...
I think you could go in that thing.
I'm not going in there. What, are you crazy? But I'd have to hold on to rocks, and if there's snakes in there, I'm not getting bitten.
Yeah.
Not just so I can say, oh, I'm the king of the world.
Look at me. I mean, you got to be really aware of that stuff though, you know, because it's as simple as grabbing rocks for a fire pit, or climbing up something that has enough vertical pitch to it that you got to use your hands.
Yeah.
That's when it happens, man. That's when it happens.
Yeah, I don't want to I've never been bitten by a snake, and I don't plan on starting.
Look at that big hole right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's something down
Yeah, what
there.
is that?
There's something.
That's not a snake unless it's an anaconda. It's the desert anaconda.
Look at that. Something dug that out.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Oh yeah. Dude, that's huge. What the heck is out here? I thought you said there wasn't any animals.
It's a badger.
Is it snakes and stuff? That's
something.
not a snake.
That's a mountain lion. Let's get out of here. All right, so we just got back from about a 2.3 mile hike around the hill. How you feeling?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel tired. I feel exhausted. Parts of my, like you were saying, like when we were coming around, there are parts of your legs that I didn't think would, I guess from, like you said, like balancing yourself.
Yeah.
Trying to like compensate with the pack and then the uneven sand, and it's just like, all right. And then the heat, of course. You got the sun blazing down. It was when there was no wind on that side. That's when the sweat was just killing me. But it's lunchtime. It's time to eat something. Oh man.
So we circled this whole mountain all the way down. Not too bad. I mean, both did it no problem. But like again, you could feel areas in your leg compensating for the extra weight. But then with the wind blowing your pack, so yeah, it's good practice. Something to strive for getting better at.
After our walk, the midday heat seemed to have drained us of all remaining energy. Oddly enough, neither of us felt like eating. I believe we may have been experiencing some mild dehydration, despite constantly drinking water. After resting at camp for most of the afternoon, we decided to set up our tents as we noticed the sun was setting a lot faster than we had anticipated.
Is that your tent in there?
This is my tent right here.
Yeah, it looks like it compacts more. Right?
Yeah, it's not like a stuff sack. It's just a scruncher.
Yeah.
But this is it's a small.
And self-standing.
It's yeah.
Yours is gonna be more fun putting together than mine. That's for sure.
It's small one-person tent.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. And it's coyote, one of my favorite colors of gear.
Yeah, that's the same color as mine, actually.
Yeah, I just like that color for gear, you know?
Yeah.
So I got some steaks, which I don't need.
Delicious. I love them.
Poles.
Yep. Good for dancing on.
Pole dance.
Steaks and poles. Sounds good.
Now, I have set this up before once.
Yeah?
You can see I put Ranger bands on here instead of... Because I knew those rubber bands would break at some point.
Yeah, I just took my rubber bands off.
They're just... Ranger bands are bicycle inner tubes cut.
Oh, yeah.
So they're just a lot stronger rubber band. They call them Ranger bands. I don't know. It sounds cool or something.
Ranger danger. Stranger danger. Are those aluminum or carbon?
These are aluminum.
Aluminum.
They're
I think mine are the
Easton's.
same way. Aluminum.
DAC. Easton and DAC are like the two really well known.
Aluminum's a lot lighter, but they bend and they can deform.
You know, they make baseball bats and stuff, right?
No, I know that. Well, you do have some ties, right?
Oh, it's got ties if you want to tie it.
Oh, okay. But it is freestanding, right?
This is the front. This is the little front piece, so this would be fine. So there's one big one and then two small ones that go here.
All right. And then that one's gonna be pressed that way.
These are like the back part.
Well,
of
yours is like really. Yours is actually.
It's really small.
Yeah. Meant just so you can get in there, right? I think mine's actually a two-person. Because I wasn't sure like how fat I got.
Yeah. Right.
Nice, dude. Yeah, yours is, I think, going to be a lot easier to set up.
That's it. It's set up. So this is like a vestibule.
Yeah.
If you want to bring it straight out or down, it rolls up. All right. So
Come on inside.
come on inside. It's
Your
got
casa.
good netting here. Hopefully, there's plenty of.
What I like
ventilation.
about it, lots of ventilation
So
in there.
you see, the idea here is like you can put your pack back in that irregular shaped corner, and then at the end there's vents here and down here to pop up, and that's an extra door right there. You can see the outline. The only problem with that door is that there's no mesh on it to open it.
Really?
So you just have to open right there where the solid line is there, and down this way.
All right, well, mine is a bit heavier, like I said.
Hilleberg?
Yeah, Hilleberg. So this is, I think, is that a Swedish or Norwegian tent maker?
I've
But they're
heard
meant
of
for
them.
like expeditions to like Nepal and like crazy expeditions.
Yeah, I heard they're really good tents.
Well, they should, because it cost me an arm and a leg. So
Look at that thing, man. It's crazy. That
same
looks
thing.
really tough, like the material, right?
This is what I was saying. Like
That
this base here.
Yeah,
This base here is like so strong. Like it's so durable.
yeah.
It's meant to go on like anything.
So is that the bottom?
That's the bottom. So we're going to fold it out there, and then fold this out. I fold it in. See, look at all the cables.
Wow, yeah. Still 87 degrees, so
Delicious.
the sun is just about, the shadows are getting long. The sun's just about to drop behind this mountain behind us. But I still think we got about 40 minutes of light, I think. Or
Yeah.
less.
And then we got to get the fire started.
Then we gotta get the fire started.
I don't even know what this is. All right, so
You could pole vault with this thing, right?
yeah, I think that's normal. Okay. I've only built this once. All right, so now we start spreading this out.
Okay.
Like that, and then
Bending it?
it just naturally goes into place, and then feed it into
This holder.
Yep.
Pull up this other side. Yeah, there's a lot to this. It almost takes two people to set up, huh?
Yeah, this is a two-person tent. No, I'm not kidding. Oh shoot, those were not in.
They were in pretty deep.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, these are short, lightweight stakes.
Yeah, why are they like that? That's not so cool. Oh shoot. It's set up.
So it's a really nice tent, but we found that it's difficult to set up in some wind.
In this nice quality but pain in the butt tent, this area here is for like,
It's like a vestibule.
so
right?
it's covered from like rain and everything. You put your shoes and everything else in here, so it's
Right.
out of the rain. And you put whatever you want in there, and then I've actually never even been in here yet.
Get a good shot of your butt going in.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess this is the vents. I'm gonna want this open anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, you have like a little ridge line in there. You can hang stuff from, like your stinky socks.
Where?
Or
Were
a
you seeing it?
flashlight.
Oh yeah.
Ridge line.
I didn't even see that. Dude, is that it? That's the vent here? This is the vent?
Well, and then you got a vent at this side of
Oh,
this
and it's
vestibule.
all open at the bottom. There's no, I don't think there's any.
It's got to be real
any
breathable.
mesh.
There's got to be something on that. That's all mesh right here on the outside.
Oh, so maybe this goes sealed up.
And then you got this vestibule here, vent, so it blows straight through the long ends of the tent.
Does that
Yeah.
open up?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah, why not?
And then that's
I got a knife.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, it does. There's zippers here. Yeah, it opens up.
All right, so it'll
here.
turbo right through then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually, and the breeze is blowing that way, so
Yeah,
it should shoot right
exactly.
through.
I think that's what they say to you. Said that
Yeah,
said
face it to the wind.
Face that to the wind so it blows through the vents.
Oh well, pain in the butt, but hopefully it'll be a good night's sleep.
All right, this is this one.
Training exercises not only help you acclimatize to certain environments, but also allow you to test out your gear. After setting up 2 completely different styles of tents, we quickly learned that not all tents work effectively in every type of terrain. In the desert, a freestanding tent is definitely the way to go, as the loose sand simply does not allow effective use of ground stakes.
Fire time!
All right, you guys. So where you can see it's 7:10, and the shadows are super long. We're about to lose sun, so and some little gnats are coming out. We figured we'd try and get a fire started. We're gonna try and do it naturally. This is like a bush. I just ripped it off. It seems dry and flimsy. Guns collected some bark shavings off the dead tree with the hat here. We've got small twigs, a little bit bigger than our bigger stuff's over there after we get it going. But you think I should try it like this first, like in this big rat's nest, or
yeah, do it. That'd be the easiest. I don't know.
Try it like that first.
Yeah. If you get lucky,
Should I
then
put some of this in it.
then we'll be lucky. Yeah.
We're just gonna try and throw. I've got my fire kit here. I got fat wood. I've got lighters. I've got wet fire, tampons for guns, and actually tampons are really good because you break them open, spread the cotton out, and it makes a good.
And
fire
then
starter.
Vaseline to impregnate it.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got a pretty good sized fire steel here. I've got my Mora knife. You can try just from a distance first, just really get some hot coals on our hot.
You can see it's smoking already, dude.
Oh yeah, I can. You smell that bark? There's some embers in there.
Oh yeah, that's some hot sparks you're throwing on there.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
You can smell that bark burning.
It smells good.
Yeah.
It's a really weird wood. It almost looked when we were carving on it a little bit earlier. Thought it was like it looks like mahogany when you start carving it. It's really neat wood. You can really feel the heat from the sparks.
Oh yeah.
This just might not be a good tinder.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but
let's see what else I have in here. Because there's some stuff I wanted to definitely. Oh, you know what else I have?
and the Vaseline too.
I have dryer lint.
Ooh.
I have dryer lint.
Yeah, and then you got the facial wipe swabs.
All kinds of neat
We're
little
trying
things.
it all.
Let's try some dryer lint.
I can probably pull some from my belly button.
Ah, look, there's cat hair. There's cat hair and all kinds of fun
look
stuff.
at that. Wow, that's a lot, dude.
Hey, we're gonna get fire going.
That's like the color of your underwear.
What? It might be.
It might be. Oh yeah, look at that.
Let's see if we can get some of the smaller twigs going. I don't want to smother it. Oh, that's good heat off that. Wow. Really good, like dryer lint. The
Dude,
heat.
boom, yeah.
Dude, that's
fire.
That's a fire. The heat is unbelievable off that lint.
Oh, yeah.
Don't burn your underwear.
Yeah.
Wow, my goodness, dude. This is like an inferno already. Get my rock out of there. This thing's a good rock. Dryer lint.
Dude, look at that dryer lint. Dude, that's awesome.
It didn't burn. It didn't like flame out quick, and
No.
it was hot, a hot flame.
Hot topic.
If you guys want to see like the contents of our fire kits and stuff, let us know in the comments, because we can do some shorter videos at different times showing you
everything that's in it.
Like what's in it's a nice, I got this, it's a Kufaru. I really like those little bags, but it's perfect size and all different types of ways to start fires. So look at that.
Yeah,
not too
nice.
bad. Not too shabby. Almost time to eat.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, so we decided instead of doing like a freeze-dried meal or something, because we're in the desert, it just seemed fitting to go with MREs. Not sure why. But so I've got a vegetable lasagna vegetarian MRE.
Is that the one you picked?
Yeah, and then Guns has got the beef roast with vegetables. If you guys aren't familiar, some people might not be familiar with what MREs. These are meals ready to eat. These are what the military uses. And there's mixed thoughts.
There's like almost too much stuff in them usually.
Well, some people say they're okay. Some people say they're terrible.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's some good stuff and bad stuff.
No, I mean like packaging, like they're big and bulky.
Well, I've heard people say they do what they call field strip their MREs. So they'll take them apart and they'll see what's in here and keep what creamsicle cookie.
What?
Yes,
Seriously?
Coffee, mince, salt, pepper, Tabasco. Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
really?
Spoon, chunky peanut butter,
Oh, I'm not so good at
candy toffee rolls. Dude, I'm on a roll.
What? Are you kidding me?
Crackers.
I better have it as good as that.
French vanilla cappuccino instant powder.
What?
And mango peach applesauce. And for my
We're roughing it.
vegetable lasagna. And it comes with its own hot pack you put in there. It's a chemical reaction, so
Yeah, just
That's-
water and that's it. Like,
yeah. You want to see what's in yours?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually
Dude,
excited now.
Like if you've got a sweet tooth in that one's a pretty good
Dude, yours
one.
is really good.
Yeah, I'm glad I picked it. Jam.
Come on. Come
right.
on.
Big money, no whammies. We're starting off with cranberries sliced. Not sure what that means. Coffee,
All right, coffee again.
mince, what do they call it? Condiments.
Yeah.
Spoon,
Delicious.
steak sauce. That's a good sign.
Okay. Yeah.
Cocoa beverage powder.
No, you got French vanilla
Yeah.
cappuccino and I get
Oh yeah.
hot chocolate.
Oh,
What
this
am I,
is-
10 years old?
This is thick. Beef pot roast with vegetables and gravy, and it's thick.
Where's my dessert?
Hold the phone, telephone. We've got, what is this? Spiced pound cake.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Crackers and
Spiced pound cake. Oh,
you got chocolate peanut butter.
something.
I mean, you got regular peanut butter. Dude, how'd you get chocolate peanut butter? And then his heating element. So they're pretty cool. They're kind of neat. It's almost like one of those subscription boxes you order. You know never what you're gonna get inside.
It's a box opening.
So we're gonna go ahead and put them in the elements, heat them up, and we'll try them out. We'll bring you guys back when we're trying the stuff. See how it is.
So good.
Try them.
You got a nice little seat cushion you're sitting on.
So I have like one of those little stadium seat cushions. I pulled it out of my backpack. I have it in my bag. He's like, "What's that?" I said, "This isn't. This is legit. I've been packing this with you. No wonder your pack's so heavy."
If you're willing to carry it, in your pack, then you deserve to sit on it.
It's foam, like a little foam seat, but it's perfect for
These
this.
things go like that's pretty warm.
It
down
is
the bottom,
pretty warm, yeah. It has a chemical smell to it.
Yeah, I
though,
don't
right?
like the chemical smell. Not a big fan of that.
Big fan.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty spent. You know what I mean? From the heat.
Yeah, it's been a interesting day. I think we've actually learned a lot today in the fact that I come to the desert, or I've been coming to the desert for a long time, but just like half-day little excursions to come out and shooting
or drive around
off-road, ride motorcycles, and then I'm gone by noon. And then even when I get home from that, I'm tired, right?
Yeah.
And being here all day with the heat, the sun beating down on us because we didn't have a good place to really get a lot of shade other than the mountains
and this
tree.
This tree was really good.
The wind felt like when it would blow, it would cool us down, but at the end of the day, it's like the wind really spent, makes you feel more spent as well because it dries the sweat off you, so you tend to sweat more.
We drink a ton of water, like just a ton of water, and I've only gone pee once today, and I had to force myself.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, I really got to go. It's like, I better go or something.
I
like,
went and I barely went.
Yeah, it was like trickle. Like, is that all you got?
Trickle. Yeah, it was. So that's kind of weird too. And it's, you know, not to gross anybody about it out, but we drink a lot of water. When you drink a lot of water, you know, your pee is clear. That means you're hydrated. Yeah. Well, it was really yellowish color,
yeah, dark.
Right? So meaning we're probably dehydrated, even though we felt like we drank a lot of water.
What is that? I thought you said you tried this and it looks...
It is good.
It looks like almost like barf.
Mine actually looks like lasagna. Oh, yeah. See how I opened it sideways so I could get to the whole thing?
It's not so warm at the top. Actually, you know, that tastes pretty good.
It's not terrible?
It's not hot.
I'm gonna put...
I don't know what happened with that heating element.
Well, Tabasco time.
Yeah, it tastes like stew. That's what this tastes like, stew.
Dude, I like Tabasco.
Disco stew. Yeah.
Stew?
Not too bad. I'm gonna
like beef stew. Well, it is beef stew, isn't it?
Oh, it's beef pot roast. Oh, here. It's actually a big chunk of beef. Like, look at that.
Yeah, that's real beef.
That's real beef.
They got noodles and stuff in this one.
How was that?
It's not bad. You know, it's not bad.
For like a ration though, like if you were out and this is you were out in some excursion and this is what you get to eat, that's pretty good. Plus you got Tootsie Rolls.
There's noodles, there's like black olives.
That actually is really good.
You know, the other thing is we didn't really eat much today except, you know, a couple Cliff Bars and a little bit of tuna.
We brought too much food actually.
Did we?
Well, I think we did. Like, we thought, because we weren't sure.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, well, and when we packed it, we were like, wow, this is hardly anything for two guys. We were saying earlier when you come camping, you got chips, you got, like, everything.
Yeah.
You got, like, bags and bags of stuff, and you're just gorging. Here, we packed, like, okay, this is what we need, this is what we might eat.
We're looking at snacks, lunch, snack, dinner. And a snack was like a Cliff Bar.
Yeah.
Or a piece of licorice.
Yeah.
Licorice for the win.
But we hardly went through it. We were like, we were just sitting and
because it was hot in the heat of the day. After we shot a little in the morning, then we did that hike. What it was about 11 a.m. We hiked around this big mountain. When we got back, you know, we were pretty spent, and you could feel your back tighten up a little bit. But the heat, we had to just kind of sit and get in the shade of this tree, drink water, and we really relaxed.
Yeah, just trying to stay hydrated and not overheat.
And you didn't feel like eating at that point, right?
No, it's too hot. You're like, I don't know, it's weird. It is kind of a neat experience, though. Like, I do drink a lot. I didn't feel like I was, like, dripping in sweat, but I guess I was just constantly sweating because, like we said, we didn't go pee hardly any, and the amount of water we were drinking, so clearly we were sweating.
I think that we both came to the conclusion, as it is now with the drought that we've had in California, there's no way you could survive out here. There's no water anywhere.
Nothing.
The plants, you know, we were cutting, we were looking, you put the bag on, a lot of little things we were looking at.
Yeah, like the vapor barrier thing.
Yeah.
It may prolong you or help you get out, but there's no long-term survival here.
You're not going to walk 40 miles to civilization, you know, if you even know which direction it is.
Yeah.
So the desert environment is very dangerous, especially this Mojave Desert where there's literally no water for I don't know how far away the water would be, even if there's streams or lakes, you know, anywhere around here.
We must have spent, like, can you imagine not having as much water as we did and having to walk an entire day through it?
I couldn't imagine, because we probably drank a half a gallon of water just walking around this mountain, about 2 miles or so, right in that area with full packs on, but still. But
that's why it's training, though, man, because it could have been dangerous. If we thought, oh, this is all we'll need, we could have put ourselves in, like, serious jeopardy.
That's what, this is the training desert. Like, if we came out here and did survival and we got a knife and a paper towel, you know, a stick of gum,
we're not experts.
We would be done. We wouldn't have made it. So
it's learning for us, so.
We're learning. One thing we did find that Guns has got a really high quality tent, but tent stakes in this soft sand don't work good. I mean, we could probably use like they do in the snow where they put a stick, and they wrap it around, they bury it.
Oh yeah.
You would have to probably adapt to that and not be able to use the regular stakes. But what you found, even though the quality of this tent is top notch, you don't necessarily like the ones that you have to run all these lines out.
I
right?
want it simple. Like, I've had tents that I've gone camping many times before, like, just for fun.
Yeah.
And they've always been like yours. Easy. 2 poles, boom, done. I don't care if they're not as strong. That's a pain in the butt.
Right.
It really is.
I couldn't imagine. The wind was blowing a little bit. Imagine if it was snowing with the wind or raining and the wind.
Blizzard, and you're just like, I just need shelter.
That thing would have blown away how many times on us?
Yeah.
You know, it was.
That would not be good.
It was tough to set up.
I'm almost done mine. You've been talking more than me.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, man. How'd you do that?
The Tabasco made this delicious.
I've been eating the whole time. You must have been shoveling that in.
Listen, I got a bulldozer over here. I'm telling you, the Tabasco made this. Yeah.
Maybe
And because it was vegetarian, it was just like the little spiral.
Oh, yeah. I have tons of meat.
Spiral noodles and things. It was good. It was good. I wouldn't eat it every day, but for out here, this is pretty good. Normally, you come out here, you're cooking steaks and carne asada and carnitas, al pastor, you know, making tacos and
I go camping. I bring steak and hamburgers in the cooler.
Chicken, barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
But this is what we did. We very carefully picked small portions, and even though we did that, we still brought too much food because of the heat. We just didn't feel like eating. Tried to force ourselves to drink enough water to stay hydrated.
That was it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Well, I'm curious too how the lighting turns out right now because it's
pretty dark.
It's 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
In the distance we can see light. What was that?
The moths, they always attack me and not you all day long.
They like maple syrup. So the light you can see, the sun's down, right? You can just see the light from the sky, and we got the fire right here. Hopefully you can hear a little crackling of that. But I'm curious to see how the lighting turns out with just this light, this little bit of light lighting us up.
Well, let's enjoy this campfire before we go to bed.
Yeah, this was good. You guys, not too bad. I would say I have a couple ex-Army guys at work that say you got to be choosy in what you pick, like the entree, because some are okay like these and some are terrible.
Oh, really?
So don't just expect to go get an MRE and to be perfect, because this one that I had was vegetable lasagna and you had a beef stew.
Beef pot roast with vegetables and gravy.
And it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
And these spoons are good. You could actually keep this spoon for the freeze-dried stuff because they're long to get down in the bag.
Delicious.
I like it.
Truth be told, the MREs were actually pretty good. Then again, when you're tired and really hungry, almost everything tastes better. After a quick cleanup to deter any local wildlife from visiting our camp at night, we decided to turn in. It's surprising how exhausting the desert is, even when you spend majority of your time resting. The heat and extreme dryness just sucks the energy out of you.
Good morning, Chris.
Hello.
Hello. So how was your sleep?
My tent's a little too small for me.
Yeah.
Once you get the air mattress and everything in there,
Yeah.
it pushes, because it angles like this. So you get higher up, I get up on that angle. So my head and my feet were touching the ends.
Well, both you and I used bigger, air mattresses because we're bigger boys.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing I find that I like it, quick setup, in and out. And I think it's good if you're just going to, once it's prepped. But last night I got in it to prep it.
Yeah.
Which there's no room to sit up. And that's kind of a pain. Other than that, it wasn't bad. I think
you prepped when it was dark.
I was pumping up my thing inside there, and there's only so much room, so it wasn't terrible. I mean, I had my watch on so I could see from somewhere around midnight till about 4 a.m. I was sleeping on top of the bag with the jungle blanket, and then at 4 a.m. it was pretty cold, so I switched and actually got into the bag.
Yeah, I think it was the same thing. I was on top of the bag for about an hour or so, and then I just had it fully unzipped and I had it loosely draped on me.
Yeah.
And then probably early morning, 2, 3, or around there.
Yeah.
That's when it got actually cold.
It was down in the 50s.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. So you're right though. And then your throat sounds all buggered too, because of the cold air and stuff.
The cold air, yeah. Because I have to have all those vents open, breathing that in. So.
What's for breakfast?
I have what's left over from the MRE, peanut butter and crackers.
I think I might gonna have that too. I think that Oh, I got my chocolate peanut butter.
Oh.
Chocolate peanut butter and crack of time.
If you've never been to the desert, it really is an amazing experience, but it demands your respect and requires that you pack adequate supplies, especially enough water. For this specific part of the desert that we camped in, what we realize is that long-term survival is simply not possible. As previously mentioned, the Mojave Desert is the driest desert in North America. Finding water naturally is near impossible, no matter what technique you use.